Earth and air signs. My name's Ash. I hope you guys had a wonderful, happy, healthy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Yule, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you and your loved ones had a good time together. That's what's important. I am on to your readings for the week of New Year's. So next week we will be starting January 2021. So look at for your monthly readings for that. And all I ask is that if it resonates for you, you click like, subscribe. And if you did, but you don't have to, want to book a private reading with me, you can do so in the comments or you can do so in the description box below. But if you want to jump ahead to your reading, in the comments, it's pinned. There's a timestamp for you guys. We're going to go in order of Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So let's get started. All right. So, Capricorns, you are up, my dears. I'm going to use the Antique Anatomy Tarot with you, as well as pull a few of the Yggdrasil Norse divination cards. My cat's in the background, hungry, driving me nuts. All right. So, let's see where you guys are at for the week. Remember that it's a generalized reading for the week, so take it where it resonates for you. Career, finances, family, friendships, coworkers, love, romance. All right. Capricorn, the week of New Year's. And if you're ever interested in any of the decks I read, I always name them off because I do a playlist where I actually show you the decks, like a flip through, so that way you can look them up and see who the author is. So that will totally be up to you if you want to, but I ask that you like if you do. Let's see where you guys are at for the week. So you guys start off with Judgment, which shows a lot of change coming in. You're kind of at this place where you're sort of looking everything over and seeing where you want to make changes. It also comes in with Temperance, Sagittarius reverse. So it might be because things aren't coming out quite the way you want it for some of you. And this is because of the Queen of Cups, Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be. But it's showing that you have this emotional stability coming into play now. And you want to utilize that for your benefit. Because in the past, you had Sagittarius with the Eight of Rods coming in really quickly, swift, quick movements and changes. Your advice for this week, though, Capricorns, is the Ten of Rods reversed. So it's making sure that you ask for help and not trying to do everything on your own. Now, in the first couple days of the week, you get the Five of elixirs. Sorry, the name screwed me up. I was going to say elixirs and cups and chalices all at the same time. So, Five of elixirs reversed, showing that you're trying to see things more of the glass half full instead of half empty, which is really cool. Where you're at right now, though, my dears, is you have the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus. So you're coming in with that fixed energy, but it's all about what you put into it, that energy and excitement that you put towards your goals, and you're doing just that. But the energy around you, there is still a lot of sort of wishy washy, kind of not completely balanced, exactly where you'd like it. But your hopes and fears for the week is the Ten of Wands. You want to, sorry, Ten of Blades, which is Gemini. You don't want things to fall apart. Obviously, we all want to make the right decisions moving forward. By the end of the week, Capricorns, you have the Seven of Blades upright. So it's going to be all about utilizing what you've got, making sure the card of Aquarius that you guys are putting your best foot forward so you actually do get what you want into the future, that nothing can stop you. So let's see what we get for you for the Norse divination card. Get yourself. Okay. I can feel my cat swatting me in the butt with his tail. Rory. He talks a lot. He's a taka. One more good shuffle. Hey, Angel. Look at my Quincy's head now. You can help me. Yeah. Capricorns for the week of New Year's, my dear. Hmm. It's like he's trying to herd me to the kitchen. Okay, that's one. Okay, so the first one you guys got is Emir, the spirit of fire, which I love. You have a lot of Sagittarius on the board, so it's showing for you guys, Capricorn, you got a lot of fire, sort of fire lit under your ass, so you're really willing to go after your goals and really put that passion towards it. Next, you have Himdall, which is gateway, opportunity, and warning. So it's all about going forward into these new parts of your life, going through judgment, deciding what you want so you don't put yourself at risk, but then going forward towards your goals. And last but not least, Capricorn, you have Sif, which is Thor's wife in Norse mythology, and that is earth, fertility, and family. So it's all about the things that matter most, right, to us, but our health, happiness, well being, and our loved ones as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, happy New Year's, and I will see you next week. Take care. All right, Taurus, my loves, you are up. I'm going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot with you guys, as well as pull a few Norse divination cards from the Yggdrasil Bifrost deck. If you guys are interested in ever looking at any of the decks, that is the reason why I tell you what the names of them are, because I have a folder dedicated to flip throughs of all my decks. That way, if you guys are ever interested in any of them as I'm pulling them, then you can go actually see what the deck as a whole looks like and see who the author was of it. But this is going to be your generalized reading for the week. So take it where it resonates for you, my dear Taurus. Career, finances, coworkers, family, friendship, love, and romance. And I hope you guys had a happy, healthy, I guess we'll say, holiday last week. And now we're on to New Year's. So make sure that you stick around because we're going to have January 2021 for the month readings coming up. And then we'll start again by breaking them down weekly. So let's see where you guys are at for your last reading of 2020. Good riddance, right? All right. Actually, I haven't found it that bad, but I know a lot of people have gone through a lot. All right. Taurus for the week. Ooh, I like it. Okay. So you guys start off with the Eight of Wands Sagittarius reverse. So you might have noticed that things have slowed down a little bit for you. This also comes in with the Magician. So you may have had well, it comes in also with the Seven of Wands, which is sorry, Seven of Pentacles, which is you guys reverse, and it's showing here that a lot of you haven't been putting in the effort that you could be, and for some of you, that's because you're not feeling as strong. Like your confidence kind of been tested a little bit lately, and things have slowed down as a result. You haven't put in the amount of effort you normally would. Now, some of you, because you haven't been putting in the effort, are now noticing things slowing down and that you could have better self esteem as a result. So take that where it resonates for you. But that's because you have the devil in reverse. So for some of you, or sorry, the devil upright, this is Capricorn. For some of you, you're going to notice, Taurus, that you just need to live more freely and allow yourself to get out there more, live more frivolously. Now for some of you, you're going to notice that you're being too dependent on other people, or vice versa, they were too dependent on you. But this week coming up, your advice is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune rules Jupiter, which is the planet for Sagittarius, which we're literally in right now. Well, now we're technically in Capricorn, never mind. I was thinking December. But the Wheel of Fortune isn't just about a turn of good luck, which it is. It's about bringing in new opportunities for yourself. So it's doing work that you feel proud of so that you can get where you want to go. Now, in the first couple of days of the week, you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, Capricorn again. So you could be dealing with another earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but you don't have to be. But you're noticing here that you're not able to put in the focus that you normally would towards things. You're not being as perfectionist as you would normally be. Now, where you're at right now is judgment reversed. So a lot of you are at the stage where you're not getting where you want to go as fast as you'd like to, and you're feeling stalled. A lot of times you just got to take stock at what you've done, where you can make changes, and kind of come at things again. Because the energy around you is the Four of Wands Aries, so you have that good stability around you where you can take that time to sort of go, what do I need to do? Kind of give yourself a bit of a breather, and then start working again. Okay. So your hopes and fears for the week, Queen of Swords, Libra. So you could be dealing with one, or you yourself. You may be afraid that your emotions are getting too aggressive with other people. By the end of the week, you are in the perfect placement of Virgo with the Hermit, allowing yourself to sort of go within and really decide what it is you want goal wise and be in the right place to get those answers within yourself. So, Taurus, let's see what we get for you for the Norse divination. Drizzle card. A couple good shuffles here. Because I'm anal like that and I can. Okay. Almost there. Just one more. Alright. Taurus. The week of New Year's 2020. Let's week of December. Okay, so your first card is Elner, the spirit of fire. And Capricorn got this as well. So it's taking that fiery nature inside of you, lighting that fire under your ass, really putting in that effort towards what you want. You're at the end of your game. Take that time to kind of build up, decide what you can do for changes, and then go right for it. Next, you have Scrimnir, which is deception, undermining, and confidence. In your guys' case, I don't think anyone's undermining you, but it's about determination and realizing your worth and really putting in the effort as someone who's confident and knows that they're worth getting what they want. And last but not least, you get Hellregan, which is known to possibly be Hell's wife, or husband, I should say, and that's disorder. So until you make the changes you need to really come on strong, you're not going to get things the way you want it. So definitely come at things differently this week. So I hope, my dear Tauruses, that you have a great, happy, safe New Year's, and I'll see you next week. All right. Virgos, you're up, my dears. I'm going to use the Halloween tarot for you, even though we're in the week of New Year's. And then I'm going to pull a few Yggdrasil Norse divination cards for you at the end of your reading. It's going to be an overall reading for the week, so take it where it resonates for you: career, finances, coworkers, family, friendship, love, or romance. And I name off the names of the decks when I do them because I know as a reader, I love when I watch readers be like, "What is a deck?" And I'll have to bug them. You can actually go into a folder. If you ever see a deck that you like, that you're interested in, Oracle or Tarot, you can go to my flip through folder and actually see the decks as a whole, if any of these ones interest you. And then you can find out the name of it if you don't remember, and then the author of who it is if you're ever interested in getting them. But next week, Virgos, we start into 2021 January monthly reading, so make sure to come back for that. And then we'll come back each week and do your weekly readings breakdown. All right, so let's see where you guys are at for the week. You guys come in with the Seven of Pumpkins reversed Taurus as well. So you guys aren't putting in a full effort towards some of your goals. But a lot of you are looking towards, and I like this, you're kind of being, you're, see, Virgos, I noticed you guys tend to focus, hyper focus on certain things. And other things might get slipped to the wayside, but that's because you're really passionate and focused on doing a really good job at what you do. And I think your focus this week is going to be on love, whether it's relationships with family, friendship, children, coworkers, your romantic partner. It's you're coming in for self satisfaction this week and not worrying so much about the career finances for a lot of you. And the Two of Cups with Cancer, and then we got Pisces on the board. It shows here that Two Cups to me is like, doesn't have to be romantic, but most times it is. Some of you could be starting new relationships or vamping the ones you're in, but it's known as sort of like the true love, real love, whether you call that, you know, um, twin flames or what do you call it? Oh, what is it called? Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. Soulmates, that was the word I'm looking for. It's about true love wherever it comes. Because you're putting other things to the wayside. I don't think that's such a bad thing. Now, in the past, you have the page back, showing that you're starting at things new, really listening for those messages, signs, and synchronicities. But be careful this week. about the decisions you make, about put yourself at risk too much. So don't let things fall to the wayside too much. Try to keep things balanced as much as you can. But also realize if you're making any big decisions this week, Virgos, if it's contracts, talk to a lawyer. If you're buying a car, talk to someone who who's a mechanic. Really get good advice from people. Really double check everything before you go ahead. Now, in the first couple days of the week, you've got the King of Imps, which is Sagittarius, showing this great quality about you guys where you're holding this independent, confident leadership side of you where you can be there for others, but still hold your own. And where you're at right now, though, is the Lovers reversed, Gemini. So it seems like a lot of you are putting sort of that sort of attention towards your relationships to try to fix the ones you're in, or maybe you're starting new ones because you've recently been out of one you're in. Now, the energy around you is the King of Ghosts, Pisces. It doesn't have to be. It's showing someone who is in emotionally a really great place to be in relationships and be there for other people. And you want that new start to really start with your foundation, whether it's your home, business, family, what have you. You're in a great spot. That's what you're looking for. Because a lot of you have had heartache recently with Libra, the Three of Swords reversed. But by the end of the week, Virgos, you're going to notice that you're coming out of that and that it's not affecting you the same way. So if you've suffered a loss recently, whether it's a relationship, the passing of someone you cared about, a loss of a job or a friendship, realize that, it never goes away, but that you can still move forward and it gets a little bit easier. And it seems like by the end of the week, that's definitely going to be the case for you guys. All right, so let's see what we get for you guys from Norse divination card. So Virgos for the week of New Year's. Okay, just want to make sure this is recording okay. Yep. So your first one is Sip, which is Thor's wife in Norse mythology. Earth, fertility, and family. So it's showing your focus is towards things that really, at the end of the day, really matter. And I think that that's kind of cool, actually, that you are. It's just finding that balance with the other things that, you don't want to put at risk either, though, in the duration. Okay. Itchy eyelid, or I don't know, whatever this area is, skin. Next, you have Sin, which is opportunity. So this is giving yourself that chance to really go for what you want, really fix those relationships, really start new ones that you want, really build a good foundation that you've been hoping for. And last but not least, you've got Eckensfold. It is guarding the treasure. So it's putting that extra focus and energy, like I said, towards the things that matter most. So I love this for you guys. You guys are going to have a good week. So, Virgos, I hope you have a safe and happy holidays or New Year's and New Year's Eve, and I will see you next time. All right, Miss Libras, I don't know why I said Miss, but welcome to your generalized reading for the week. Take it where it resonates for you. Career, finances, coworkers, family, friendship, love, romance. And make sure to come back next week because we will be doing the monthly reading for January 2021, which is just crazy to think that it's here already. I'm going to use the Tattoo Tarot with you guys as well as pull a few Norse Bifrost Yggdrasil divination cards after your reading is over. But if you ever wonder why I say the name of the decks, I do so because I know as a reader, I'll watch someone use a deck and be like, oh, I really like those. What is that? And then I have to bug them in the comments. This way, if you guys ever find a deck, whether it's the Oracle or the Tarot that you're interested in, I have a playlist on here of flip throughs that I do of each of my decks. And then that way you can see what they look like for a whole, like as a whole, and who the author is if you want to get them yourself. All right. But I do hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that you had a wonderful time with your family. And I'm hoping that this week will be great for you too going into the New Year's. So let's see, my dear Libras, where you're at for the week. Okay. So you guys start off with Leo, Five of Wands reversed, which I love. Capricorn, Two of Pentacles reversed, which I love, as well as the Eight of Swords, Gemini reversed, which I love. A lot of times people think reversals are bad, but in this case, these are all good ones to have reversed. You're no longer feeling stuck or trapped. You realize that that's a mental mindset. When you allow that to happen, you're bringing in more stability in your life and you're cutting out the BS and, not fighting frivolously over things that don't matter, because in the past you had the Knight of Cups reverse, which is showing here with Scorpio reverse that a lot of you could have been dealing with sort of like a knight in shining armor, not really that much of a savior, not what he's made out to be. And that could be for females as well, not just males. So realize that, who you're with or who you were dealing with may not have appeared as they were. Now, going into this week, my dears, you got the Ace of Swords. So it's all about that new beginning that you want to start and not being afraid to go after it. Because in the first couple of days of the week, you guys have the Hanged Man, which I love. So it's all about taking a risk, knowing that you're going to use that intellect of being an air sign and make the right decision. But where you're at right now, the King of Cups reverse Pisces. So just be sure that when you're dealing with leadership type positions or the way that you're speaking of people that you truly care about, an emotional sense, that you're being sensitive and not being too aggressive with them. The energy around you is the Tower reversed Mars, so you could be dealing with somebody having gone through a lot, which are having emotions run high, or you recently have too, and you're sort of building from the bottom up. But your hopes and fears for the week, you want, what is this? Oh my god, I can't even see what it is. Oh, it's Queen of Wands. So you have Aries reverse Queen of Wands. You don't want to be, um, you know, stubborn your way or the highway. You don't want to be impatient and not be open-minded to other people. But you keep going towards your goals. By the end of the week, you guys have Leo, Six of Wands, all about victory and getting exactly what it is that you're shooting for, which I love for you guys, because hard work just shows that it really does pay off. So let's see, Libras, if I can pick up my damn cards, what we get for you guys for Yggdrasil Norse divination cards for the week. Okay. Libras of Nears. I'm loving it. A lot of you are having really good readings. And if anything, it's more just the energy you put into the week, like the effort you put into it. So, yeah, you guys are no exception. I love it. It makes me happy. All about basically knowing your worth and trusting yourselves. Being smart. Being smarty pants. Alright. One more good shuffle. Libras for the week of New Year's. Ooh, interesting. Oh, cool. Okay, so your first card is Gird, and this is artfulness. It's coming at things in your unique way, doing things the way you want to do it, but not being stubborn and not open minded to other people. Libras are cardinal signs, so that's sort of like the leaders of the pack. And when it comes to the air signs, you're the ones that are more likely to lead the kind of group of air signs Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So it's realizing what you can do, your uniqueness, and use it, bring it to your advantage this week when you're going after that Ace of Swords, that newness. Next, you have Modgood, the Guardian of Gyalbru. And this is really cool now. Moldgood listens, this is a female, believe it or not, and Modgood sits at the Rainbow Bridge. When people in Norse mythology, every people die, they go to hell. Not Hell, but Hel, the realm of hell, who is a woman. And this is where everyday regular people go. Now, on the Rainbow Bridge, over into hell, Modgood will sit and listen with her eyes closed to the sounds of the footsteps of the dead as they pass by. And I think that's really cool because it speaks here. It's all about really listening and taking care of your own, being open minded, and really hearing what's behind what's right in front of you, right? And last but not least, you have Thor, which is cool. So strength, fertility, and protection. It's knowing what's yours, and it's taking care of what's yours, but also building off of that and bringing that in. So watch for brute strength where you might get a little bit aggressive, but also bring in that strength of leader of being a cardinal sign. So Libras, I hope you have a wonderful, happy, safe New Year's Eve and New Year's, and I will see you next week. Take care. All right, Aquarius, you are up, my dears. I'm going to use the Murder of Crows tarot with you guys, as well as pull a few Norse Yggdrasil divination cards for you at the end of your reading. It's going to be a generalized reading for the week. So take it where it resonates for you: career, finances, coworkers, family, friendship, love, and romance. And make sure to come back next week because we will have January 2021 monthly reading, which just feels insane to say already. But I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season or whatever with your family and loved ones this past week, and that you have a safe and happy New Year's as well coming up this week. So let's see where you guys are at. But while I'm shuffling and pulling your cards for you, Aquarius, you guys ever wonder as readers? I know when I'm watching other readers, I always want to know what their decks are. So if you're ever interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, I have a folder on here that where I do flip throughs, so you can go through, and that's why I say the name before I do your reading of what I'm going to use, because then Aquarius, you can go in, watch, flip through, and see the deck entirely, and then figure out who the author is if you want to purchase them yourself. I just ask if you do watch it that you click like. Alright, so let's see where Aquarius is at for the week. Pull your guys' cards first. This is a very unique deck, and I absolutely love it. I was just gifted it this past week by my dear friend Monica, and just before that, the Tattoo Tarot from another great friend. And this one is very gothic-y, beautiful at the same time, but some of the cards are like, holy flip. So I'm going to pull them all first as a whole, and then start your reading. Okay, one more card. Aquarius for the week of New Year's. Okay, let's see where you guys are at. Put those Okay, so we start off for you guys with the Six of Pentacles, which is Taurus. I love that. As well as the Three of Wands, Aries, another great one. And Pisces with the Eight of Cups. Cool. So it seems like for you guys, if you're planting your seeds in ways of where you can give back to other people and also have healthy giving relationships. So what you're putting out there, whether it's business, love, friendship, family, I don't care what it is, you're getting that energy back in return. So you're trying to utilize the best way that you can to bring in success for yourself. So you're sort of waiting now for those seeds that you've planted to come back to you. Now, in the past, you have the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn, and that shows to your focus and hard work that you guys put into it. Now, this week, your advice is the Ace of Cups. So, I'm not telling you to jump into a relationship. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You don't have to be. But it's about mending relationships where you need to, starting new ones. It's new emotional beginnings. So, really take that to heart, whether that's with the energy you're putting out there to bring in new clients. It's going to be all about emotions and how you can bring in people that way. Now, in the first couple of days of the week, you do have the Five of Wands, Leo, so you have to be careful about that fiery energy, that it doesn't go aggressive, right? So it's good that you have that energy behind you, that fire lit under your ass, but at the same time, Aquarius, you want it to go to your advantage. Where you're at right now, this is Temperance, Sagittarius reverse. So you're noticing that it's not really, it's sort of like the card of I always think of like yin yang. So when it's reversed like that, you're not having that natural balance of give and take. So you can see where you guys are really striving for that for some of you. The energy around you though, oh, it's the devil. Okay. I was like, what is that? It's the devil card reversed, Capricorn. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You don't have to be. but it's showing that you're trying to do things more independently and build off of things where you're not taking care of everybody else, where they're always relying on you in a sense where it's unhealthy or where you have to be with them either. Sort of keeping that independence around you. But your hopes and fears for the week is the Five of Cups reversed, which is Scorpio. So it's just making sure that you want to bring in more positivity and notice that more than the negative. By the end of the week, if you keep it up, you end up with the Ten of Cups Pisces, which I love. Speaks to the fact that you guys are really putting in an effort towards your loved ones and yourself emotionally. And by the end of the week, that's definitely going to work out in your favor where everybody's concerned. So let's see, Aquarius, what we get for you for North divination cards. That to the side. Okay. Aquarius, week of New Year's. I really like to shuffle this deck up well because I'm anal like that and I want to. Okay. Couple more good shuffles. One more. One more, I promise. Alright. Aquarius, the week of New Year's. Nice. That's for you guys, actually. Ooh, another good one. Oops. Ooh, I like that. Alright, you got three people I like in Norse mythology. So the first one is Tyr, Conflict, Council, Justice. So think of this as number 11 or number 8 in the 12th Tarot by Aleister Crowley adjustment, but it's all about what you put in is what you're going to get out. Okay, so, and it's about doing things for the betterment of everyone around you. And Tyr is no exception. In Norse mythology, Odin knows. Odin is what is considered the all father, God, whatever you want to say, the all over presence in Norse mythology. And he knows that this wolf in the background, Fenrir, is going to be what kills him at the end of days, which they call Ragnarok in Norse mythology. So Tyr sacrifices. They try to get him bound up in all these different chains and stuff so he can't get loose, but he keeps being able to break through them. So they finally get the elves and stuff to help them make this really magical one that there's no way that Fenrir can get through. And he knows something's up. So he's like, you know what? I'll let you put this one around me, around my neck, if here you put your hand in my mouth. So that way, if I can't get out, I have your hand as a substitute. And Tyr sacrificed himself for the betterment of Ragnarok and Odin to be able to put his hand at risk for everyone. So it's realizing that what you do really does affect those you love around you. Now, next you have Fornut, which is temperance, which I was talking about earlier, and that Sagittarius is finding that balance, that serenity within yourself, that peace and calm. And last but not least, Aquarius, you get Hel, who is actually Fenrir's sister. And Hel is the ruler of fears. So don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let them affect your emotions this week because you have everything going for you. I hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year's Eve and New Year's, and I will see you next time. All right, my dear Geminis, you are up, my love. I'm going to use the Starman Tarot for you guys, as well as pull a few Yggdrasil Norse divination cards for you at the end. It's going to be an overall reading for the week. Take it where it resonates for you, for your finances, coworkers, family, friendships, love, and romance. Now, make sure to come back next week because we will be starting, believe it or not, January 2021 already for the new year, doing the monthly readings for each of the signs, and then you can come back each week and get the breakdown. But yeah, realize that if you guys ever notice, I always say like, I'm going to use this deck with you guys, and I name them off. Whether it's a tarot deck or an oracle, if you guys are readers or ever interested in what the deck is I'm using, Take the name, go look in my playlist. You can find a folder that's called flip throughs, and I literally flip through each deck and let you guys see what it is. And then you can see who the author is too if you guys ever get interested and want to get it. Let's see. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you and your family and loved ones had happy, safe holidays, which is what's most important. And I hope this week you have a wonderful New Year's going into 2021 already. Just a couple more. Gemini's, the week of New Year's. Okay, perfect. So you guys start off with Leo strength, which I love, as well as Prince of Cups, Scorpio reversed, and Cancer with the Three of Cups. Interesting. Some of you could be dealing with cheating. And you could have realized that your Prince Charming or Princess Charming wasn't exactly what you thought. Not quite that sort of knight in shining armor. And it sort of brought out this aggression in you, this strength that you didn't know you had. Now, some of you are noticing that, but you're creating now your own happiness. You're starting new relationships because of that past BS and missing opportunities. You're coming in and creating that success, possibly with other people. Now, in the past, you had the King of Swords reverse, which is you guys, Gemini. So you yourself could have been very aggressive, very sort of has to be this way or the highway, stubborn, that kind of thing. But you could have also been dealing with someone like that. Now, going forward into this week, Gemini, your advice is the Queen of Cups reverse, Cancer. So don't be that like the Queen of Cancer. The Queen of Cups reversed is like almost like the helicopter mom in a sense. So her emotions are all over the place. She's overthinking things, She's that crazy girlfriend that's like, checking over everything and snooping all your stuff. So make sure you try to keep that emotional balance this week. Because in the first couple of days of the week, you've got choices to make with Seven of Cups, Pisces, or no, not Pisces, sorry, Scorpio, where you guys have sort of a fork in the road, different decisions that you can make, different paths that you could choose. So you want to be in an emotionally balanced place going with those decisions. Where you're at right now, Nine of Swords. This is your guys' card as well, but coming in with a place of fear and fear of the decisions, anxiety, stressed out, not really sure what you should do. So don't let your mental mindset stop you from your worth and knowing that the answer is within yourself. Now, the energy around you, you see that new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. Could be with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be. But it's showing that it's right there for you to help your stability, your finances, relationships, what have you, your family. And that's exactly what you're looking for with the Ten of Cups Pisces card. You want to bring in that happiness that will not only benefit you, but your loved ones as well. But don't overthink it because at the end of the week, that Mars energy where you might have had a lot of swift, quick changes where it felt really stressful for you, that's done and over with now. So by the end of the week, things have been stressful, but you're at this point now where you can build and start anew and decide what you want and judge and utilize your intelligence based off that. So let's see what we get for you, Geminis, for Norse divination cards, the Yggdrasil deck, and that is the world tree. So it's like a tree that all of the worlds lie on. And then the three Norns water the tree, or the wells. They tend to the wells at the base of the tree. All right. I'll give you a couple more good shuffles. Geminis. Geminis. One more. Geminis for the week of New Year's. All right. So your first one, Geminis, is Yasi, and that is aging, maturity, and healing. So this is saying as things happen, yes, things can get rough, but you are healing and you're growing using those hard moments as stepping stones and getting rid of the old crap, bringing in the new. Next, you have Hermod is the braid. the brave, the brave traveler. It's not allowing that Nine of Swords fear coming in when it's just a mental mindset. You know that you have everything it takes to get where you need to go, so trust yourself that you do. And last but not least, wow, Darad, suspense behind the mask. So don't let that kind of stuff stand in your way. Not knowing everything is sometimes a good thing moving forward. So, Geminis, I hope again that you have a safe and happy New Year's Eve and New Year's, and I will see you next week. Take care.